It's always a pleasure to welcome you back to the Style Academy. I hope this lesson will be the best part of your day. Actually, that sounds pretty nerdy. How about the second best part of your day? This lesson is a companion to the rewriting song lyrics lesson you can find under exercises. But in this lesson, instead of trying to rewrite lyrics from pop musicians, we're going to try to rewrite fables. Specifically, Aesop's Fables. Here's my copy of Aesop's Fables. Profusely illustrated, I might point out. They weren't messing around when they illustrated this thing. So let me remind you of a word that showed up in the song lyrics lesson. Progymnasmata. And if someone wants to be technical, I bet Greek geeks would tell me that I'm mispronouncing this word, that it should be progymnasmata. But I like to pronounce it gym to remind us that we're exercising here. We should be stretching our writing powers, really breaking a sweat. So remember that the progymnasmata were language exercises that Greek and Roman school kids did to sharpen their ability to invent interesting things to say. Since fable is a strategy of argument, because of its underlying moral principle, and a strategy of storytelling, because of its characters and sequences. The rhetoric teachers of the classical world made sure students mastered how to craft effective fables based on the ones already in circulation, specifically the ones Aesop told. There's some debate about whether Aesop actually existed, but let's just play along here. And here's how we play. We're going to take one of Aesop's fables and rewrite it in our own style while trying to keep the message and the story intact. This exercise can teach us how to use varieties of style, even varieties of English, to convey compelling meanings in our writing. Let me show you how to do this. In this case, I'm going to take the second fable in my book, The Stag Looking into the Pool, and I'm going to rewrite it in a contemporary style. Let's say a kind of hard-boiled journalistic style that you might find in Rolling Stone magazine. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. So now I have in front of me a Word document with the original fable from the W.B. Conkey edition. And in fact, all the fables that we provide in the exercises come from this book. Pause the video now and take 30 seconds to read this fable. Okay. What would you say is the moral of this story? Maybe that sometimes what we perceive as our greatest strength is actually a weakness and vice versa? Yeah, that sounds about right to me. So now I'm going to recast this fable in my own unique style. And I'm not going to do all of it. I just want to give you a sense of what's possible as you're thinking about rewriting these fables, okay? So here I go. And again, I want to make this kind of hard-boiled. Maybe a little bit rough. It's got an edge to it. So here I go. Nothing better to do was staring narcissistically. Did I spell that right? Yep. Word tells me I spelled it right. Staring narcissistically at himself in some dirty pond in the middle of nowhere forest. Okay, kind of get the feel, the voice of what I'm trying to do here. Specifically was checking out how amazingly awesome his antlers were. Whoa! He said to no one but his vain and foolish self. I am way hot. Look at how freaking huge they just come out of my head and scrape the clouds with their glory. Okay, but then he looked back, weak, saw spindly twig legs. And then I'm going to use some punctuation here. And he got instantly bummed out. But, oh man, my legs are totally ugly and worthless. Okay, and let me scroll down here. I wish I could just chop. Let's make that a little bit more. Gnaw them off and leave them in the forest for the squirrels to eat. Okay. I'm having fun with this, actually, but I'm going to stop right here because I don't want to try your patience. But you can see what I'm trying to do here, right? And you can also see how you could write this fable in a variety of different ways. I can imagine a more formal style that sounds more like a government document, or an effusive style, kind of this flowery and purpley style that you might get in a bad fantasy novel. The point is that I'm inventing a new way to say a very old story. And in the process, I'm exercising my ability to write effective sentences, to create a voice for myself. And that's what we're always trying to do when we're working at the Style Academy. You'll find many more fables to rewrite under exercises on the home page. Your instructor might assign specific ones or let you share your versions with classmates. I hope you'll enjoy rewriting these fables in your own unique language. And thanks for joining us again at the Style Academy.